Hello everybody, I hope you're having an amazing day. Today I'm going to go over my presentation for the book Odd Girl Out. This book is about the hidden culture of aggression in young girls, and it's by Rachel Simmons. This is the picture on the front of the book. You can see a young girl looking very distraught, kind of in her own head, which plays a huge role throughout this whole book. The first issue in this book is self-esteem. Throughout this whole book, girls share stories about their self-esteem being destroyed and broken down by their peers, and also stories about girls breaking down other people's self-esteems. Social aggression is intended to damage self-esteem. This theme is carried out through the whole book, where self-esteem is being damaged and broken and torn apart by bullies and family members and even educators. How do we fix this problem? By maintaining self-esteem. Educators can increase student self-esteem by using material that reflects students' backgrounds, such as books about young girls or girls that may have low self-esteem and how they found it, different cultural backgrounds, linguistic backgrounds, social backgrounds, and then also by using cooperative learning methods such as pairing up students based on their abilities and their backgrounds so that everybody feels accepted. And the biggest thing is living by example. Live the way you want your students to be, like they will learn from you. For the biblical integration, I use Psalms 139, 13 through 14, and 1 Samuel 16:7, which both talk about the importance of who you are inside rather than what you are on the outside, and that God always will love you for who you are, even if you may not love yourself that same way. The next issue is manipulation, which is one of the most dominant aggressions in young girls. Girls manipulate other girls even if they may not realize what they are doing. They cause this psychological pain and victimize their friends and family and the closest people to them to protect themselves and keep themselves safe. Manipulation is constant, and the girls tend to gang up on each other. How do we stop this? How do we prevent manipulation? To teach girls that they are manipulative and how to solve conflict and deal with their own emotions instead of taking it out on other people. So, two techniques you can use are proximity, so being close to them, reminding that they're there, like showing them that you care and helping them over their hurdles. Also, just telling them that there is consequences to actions and that they are allowed to feel negative feelings. For the biblical integration for manipulation, I use 2 Corinthians 11:14, which says, "And no wonder, for even Satan disguises himself as an angel of light." Issue number 3 is social media. Social media is a gateway for aggression in young girls because it does not require eye contact, a specific tone of voice, or even immediate consequences. How do we prevent this? We gotta monitor what these girls and students are doing online and stay aware of what they're posting and sending on social media, especially during school hours. We can teach girls the girl protocol, which is this problem-solving protocol which requires them to gather their choices, choose which one they might want to use, reason why they are using that choice, and then listing the outcomes of their decision. For the biblical integration for social media, I use both Proverbs 13:3, 15:4, and 11:12, which all talk about not treating others poorly and preserving who you are and basically speaking kindly to others. Because anything you say online has an impact, both in a positive or negative way. Issue number 4, negligence. Teachers and parents tend to neglect emotionally needs students, and teachers often ignore signs of hidden aggression and bullying. This book specifically says, at every school I visited, I heard stories of a teacher being told of a girl's meanness, only to respond, "Fight? She'd never do that," or "I'm sure that's not true," or "But they're best friends." In this sense, the teacher is neglecting the fact that a girl is trying to communicate with her and tell her about another girl's actions. Additionally, parents and teachers both fault students for failing to perform socially, which leads them to withhold information and not tell an adult when something important is happening. The way we can stop this is by stop using fault lines like it happens to everyone, and instead honor a child's pain as if they're experiencing it for the first time. As an adult, as an educator, as a parent, you want to honor the way a child is feeling because they may not have ever experienced it. So you want to walk through it with them and let them know that their feelings matter. For the biblical integration, I used Ephesians 6:4, which says, "Fathers, do not provoke your children to anger, but bring them up in the discipline and instruction of the Lord." And James 4:17, "So whoever knows the right thing to do and fails to do it, for him it is sin." James 4:17 especially stood out to me because oftentimes as parents or educators, people do not act on what they think they should act on. Like if a student is complaining about another student, they kind of just brush it off like it's no big deal, but it may be a big deal to someone. Issue number 5, bullying, which is the common theme throughout this whole book because of the hidden aggression. Bullying is very common in girls, just not as seen. It's an epidemic, distinctive, destructive, non-physical, and direct. How do we stop this? Well, we solve all the issues that we previously mentioned, overall reduce bullying, set up guidelines and protocols for how we are going to deal with bullying as a community, as a school, within families, within classrooms. And for the biblical integration for bullying, I used John 2:9. Whoever says he is in the light and hates his brother is still in darkness. This means any student who says they are a good person but treats other people poorly, bullies others, is not truly a good person. And these are my resources. Thank you.